What's going on, people? So, ordered some shoes the other day. Which shoes are these? I honestly have no idea. Because I ordered two things from somewhere. It was one of those overseas type places, you know? I think it was Slam Jam. Yeah, from Slam Jam, right? And luckily, they ship things in these boxes that kind of like, not a whole lot of description to them. So like the Yeezy boxes will often say like, oh, YeezySupply.com, and the Nike boxes say Nike on them. These is just a box, you know what I mean? So it kind of lessens the likeliness of them being stolen, I suppose. But let's go ahead and see what's in this box. Just got a new knife today. So let's go ahead and see what's in this box. Reset that. More tape to be undone there and there. Because I'm not sure again which one this is. So it's going to be a surprise to both of us. I'm still not sure, even going by the box. So it's a Huarache box, right? So now there's a side of the box for you. I don't remember what these things came out to, but like I said, I bought two shoes and the orders were made like 2 minutes apart from each other. Had I been paying more attention and decided to look more through the site when I made the order, I could have just probably bought them in the same order, saved on shipping, because shipping through them was like $30. So that's like $60 of shipping that was not necessary. Could have saved $30, right? Could have, I don't know, gone to Chili's or something. But let's go ahead and get this thing opened up, see what we see in here. So got some of that nice paper like they had on the last pair. What does this even say? It's just a screen green. I think that's fine. Are these limited? Are they? I guess. I mean, the paper says limited, and I'm not going to argue with that. So we'll just go with that as it is. Get that off on the side. See how these things are looking. Wow, this is just sweet black baby Jesus. There is some quality going on here. Some quality control issue here with this little extra piece of fabric, or not fabric, but this little stitching there. But I can get rid of that fairly easily. But this leather is something special. But moving past that, so we don't drag this thing out all day, let's go ahead and talk about these right here. So let's knock this out, right? What we have here is the Nike Air Huarache in Scream Green, right? I was just talking about this colorway just a day or two ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. But skip all that. We're talking about this. We're going to start this thing with the bottom. Down there, what you're looking at is pretty much your standard outsole. You've taken that all in, I'm sure. Now moving on up here to the middle area, the midsole I should say, that's very much your standard thing as well. Just white, nothing fancy about it. Pretty chunky though, I mean you can obviously tell that by looking at it. Kind of reminds me of like the React type shoes and stuff. But moving on past that. So up here though, this upper it's something. To the naked eye, from a distance not so much. But when you get up close on it, yeah. So around the toe box here, right? The leather that they have around the toe box is very, very soft, right? So that is a nice touch, literally. And then that matches up with the same leather that you have kind of in this little middle section all throughout. So that's feeling pretty nice as well. It's like, I don't know, in a way it almost reminds me like a Vader mask in some ways. Just the way it's shaped, and if you look at it from the right angle. But anyway, so moving on past that, the leather, pretty much just your standard kind of a sail color. It's not quite white like this is. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure. But then moving back over here to the front though, keeping up with the same type of quality experience you're getting, down here on the toe box, you've got this very, very soft feeling nylon sort of neoprene type of thing going on. So that's pretty cool. And then stepping up just a tad bit, you have the same sort of feel, just a little more plush, a little thicker in some ways, right here with this blue that also goes all the way back to the back of the shoe. Speaking of the back, let's go ahead and finish off this back end area. So down here you kind of have a little bit of this screen green peeking through, right? That's partially hidden by this little black strap that goes around to the back here with that neon green or screen green Nike on the back end. And then down there a little bit more of that green as well. And so behind that though, this whole thing, like I was saying before, it's kind of like a royal blue perhaps, to make up this little sock liner style thing that comprises the Huarache. If you've ever had a pair of Huaraches, you know, but hopefully by the end of this video, if you've never had a pair, you've seen enough of one to kind of feel like you have had one. We'll see what happens though. But yeah, so moving on up to that, right? This sock liner here, like I was saying, on the outside you have the blue, on the inside you have that more of that screen green, and then down there on the insole you have a combination of screen green and blue, right? With that Nike Air on the middle. So there's that for you. That's pretty much, for the most part, it as far as the shoe goes. But on the front, because I didn't quite mention it, even though you likely did see it, there are these very plain laces going on. They're soft, so that's cool, but they're just nothing special, right? So slide those out of the way for a second. But all in all, this particular shoe, personal opinion of course, right? Just looking at the whole visual of it, which you've probably seen another picture or two by now, it's looking pretty good, right? Off the surface of it, you know, just kind of glancing at pictures, I saw it and I was like, yeah, that looks pretty decent. And that's about where that went. But now that I have it in hand, I don't mind having paid that slightly more than normal price because it came from overseas to get them. So I'm pretty cool with it for the most part. Probably also because I don't remember exactly what I paid, and that kind of helps make it a little easier. But anyways, oh, also on the front area there, kind of missed it, but at the top where the tongue type area would be, you do have a little bit of a patch there and some logo action going on. So there we go. But let's talk about what they feel like and what they fit like, you know, that stuff. Because people like that stuff. So these right here, like I said before in the past Huarache video, Huaraches can feel a little snug. A lot of people say to go up half a size, and I get it. I don't, because I'm good going true to size, right? But again, with shoes like this, like the sock type feel, like the booty thing going on, kind of like Jordan 9s and something else, yeah, I kind of get where they're coming from. But again, for me, I go true to size. For you, it kind of depends, I guess. You know, like, go on the internet, find somebody else's opinion, get a couple of them, see what a lot of people are saying, especially if there's somebody that you already agree with them on the sizing of other shoes, you know? Because then their opinion might carry just a little bit more weight. But for now, I'm just going to leave you with my own thoughts. But past that, once you figured out what size you need, and you get these things and you walk around in them, you're going to be feeling pretty good, right? Not just because these look good, but because they feel good. They're very comfortable, in my opinion. I think that you could get a pair of these, wear them all day, do whatever it is you're going to do, and be just fine. Supposedly you can even run in them. I wouldn't suggest it because there are better shoes for that. But as far as your standard casual all-day wear, I don't think you can go wrong with the Huarache. Kind of like the Presto and other things like that. And a lot of the colorways are looking pretty nice as well, but that's a personal thing, and so I'll leave that to the side. But past that, we can go ahead and move on past the sizing and the comfort and whatnot, because I feel like we've done enough of that. And as a matter of fact, I feel like we can just wrap up this whole video. So from me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are, and maybe we'll cross paths later. I don't know. Later, people.